Hi everyone, and thank you again for joining me as we delve into the third chapter of my first book, And the Walls Came Tumbling Down. This chapter is entitled In Sickness and in Health. No, I'm not referring to a wedding taking place. I just thought the title was very fitting. In this chapter, I talk very honestly about the unexpected health condition I faced back in 2013. So what happened was I somehow managed to have this autoimmune disease. Grateful to God that it's gone completely, but I just wanted to talk through what I went through mentally as well as physically and spiritually. So where I was at in my mind at the time was I actually would have been at peace to transition, as much as life here is great, right? But obviously God had other plans, and thankfully I was healed through both medication and prayer. But in terms of the physical impact that this condition had on my body, it was quite intense. I mean, I was on 8 tablets a day for 8 to 10 months. I was told, worst case scenario, they would have to cut out my thyroid from my neck. I was told that had I not gone to the doctor any sooner, I would have had a heart attack because the palpitations were so frequent. So it was quite the experience. I mean, the impact of the medication was that I would have night sweats, my hair would fall out, it would start to thin. My body was eating itself, so my bones became more fragile. It was just very, very uncomfortable. And I think spiritually, definitely, it was an opportunity for me to go deeper into my faith and just cry out to God, really. Not necessarily asking why this is happening to me, but more just asking Him to have mercy on me because the symptoms were quite painful. In terms of finding a solution to this, despite obviously taking medication and praying, a friend of mine offered another solution, which I was quite keen on. I mean, who wouldn't be if you're continuously in pain every day? So she told me an anecdote about Joel Osteen, an American pastor, whose mum apparently faced an illness, and she took a couple of steps which helped her to overcome that illness and attain her healing. So the first thing that I recall my friend telling me Joel Osteen's mum did was she reached out to everyone she may have offended and she apologised and made peace. She reconciled proactively. The second thing she did was each day she woke up, she just got on with it. She wasn't moping around in her state of weakness. She acted as if she had the energy, and that manifested. So I had to reach out to everyone I could have possibly offended, even if it was the smallest thing, just to make peace. And I did that. I reached out on all social media platforms. Back then, I believe we had MSN, if you remember that. But it was just so important to clear the air, and I felt that a burden was lifted off of me. Even in instances where I was not at fault, I still took responsibility for the part that I played. It took a lot of maturity, I'll tell you that. And the second thing, just around getting up, going out. For a long period of time, I couldn't do anything. I mean, I wasn't able to work. I was missing a number of dinners and social functions. It was a trying time, but I reached a point where I said, despite how I'm feeling, I'm going to commute to work, and if I have to allow an extra half an hour because I'm walking slower than usual, then so be it. And I was going to go to my friend's birthday events. It paid off. The medication worked, the prayer worked, the reconciliation I also believe played a role. The walking in faith, despite what I saw, I believe played a role. I just want to encourage you, you may be going through something, a health battle. Just make sure you reconcile with any and everyone you possibly can. It's very liberating. To find out more about the journey I had to undergo to find healing, please do get a copy of my book, And the Walls Came Tumbling Down, which is available on my website, www.JahmellaEncourages.com.